Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Pasciucco, licensed marriage and family therapist, PhD, and we're going to talk about body anxiety symptoms and how to identify them. So let's start by understanding what body anxiety actually means. Body anxiety is also known as body image anxiety, so you have certain fears about the way in which you perceive other people are looking at you, based on your own inner critical voice about your body. And we're going to talk about what things are happening in your body so that you can identify it. So common symptoms of what happens when you have body image anxiety or when you're having anxiety symptoms in the body. First, racing heart. That's the one that I think is reported the most. Heart pounding, out of control feeling. Next, a shortness of breath. Not being able to catch your breath, feeling like you just did a ton of stairs when you didn't, feeling like someone's chasing you. Chest pain or discomfort, so like a constricted feeling of pressure around your chest, so you can't really get a full breath in, you can't yawn or breathe and inhale and expand the diaphragm in the lungs the way that you want to. Trembling or shaking. Sometimes people get really nervous and their hands shake and their legs shake and all of a sudden their body is just kind of shaking. If you ever see sometimes cats or animals when they were in like a backpack and you take them out, they like shake. They're doing that to dispel the energy. Sometimes people shake because they're so anxious inside about their perception of how they look or what others are thinking that they literally shake. Sweating, you might be a sweaty person where you get really anxious if you're speaking in front of people or if you're on a date and you sweat through your clothes, your underarms, your pants. Sweating is a big one. Not everyone has this, but it might be a sign of anxiety. What do you have that are your signs of anxiety? Dizziness or feeling lightheaded, like all of a sudden you're tunnel visioning in, or you feel like the room is kind of starting to get fuzzy. Tingling or numbness, sometimes the hands, not when you're cold, but like sometimes when you're nervous, the hands or feet can feel like pins and needles. And racing thoughts. Racing thoughts, you know what racing thoughts are. You probably have them. You might have them while you're watching this. Racing thoughts, just worried and negative, critical voices that don't really help you, but just make the body anxiety even worse. What other thoughts do you have on ways that body anxiety manifests? I'd love to hear your ideas. For me, when I get anxiety, I try to plan things around it. Of course, you have to be flexible, but if you want my planning guide, it's here. You can get it below, because for me, planning things helps me feel less anxious, and then planning even free time in to be flexible helps me feel even better. Say hi on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube at The Sex Healer or Amanda Pasciucco. I love your questions and comments. Please write them below. Catch you next week.